What's up, gear nerds and gear enthusiasts? I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of my board. I'm going to record some little bit of, amp action, but it's going to be going through my phone, which is an iPhone 6s, so if it sounds crappy, well, that's the reason. Let's go quickly through the board. I know it's changed a lot. Quite a bit from my past videos. Go quickly through it. So first I'm going into the Empress compressor. Have it set for very I don't want to say transparent because that word is overused, but it's just minimalistic. I just want light compression. I don't like it when it really crunches up your sound. By crunches I mean like squashes it. So compressor goes into the Lightspeed. Second stage overdrive, which is the Scarlet. So first stage, second stage, Scarlet Love. And I have it mostly set on the tube screamer circuit. It stays on there most of the whole time. I rarely use the clon since the Lightspeed is very clonish. And the plexi mode is the other clip that it has, but I saved that for the feather drive. So my third stage overdrive stays on the plexi circuit. Next it goes into the Electro-Harmonix Nano Pog that has been modded by Matthews Effects for an extra preset. That's about it. Second switch just activates the second preset, which you set with the other three knobs that have been added. And this is chronograph. Basically acts as a clock for me, so I don't have to always be pulling out my phone. Can also be used as a countdown or a stopwatch. And it's just clutch having it on the board. From the Nano Pog, it goes into the Bloomery that has been modded with a zebra wood topper. Tuner out goes to the Polytune. Okay. Recently, I was going to talk about this quickly. I took out the Memory Lane Jr. I just felt that the Capistan was handling it was handling a lot, and I didn't need another delay. And I wanted to play with more modulation. So that goes in to the next pedal in the signal chain. So it goes from the Bloomery, and then it goes into the Walrus Audio Julia. Chorus vibrato. From there it goes into the Spectre by Chase Bliss Audio. Sadly I had to use a solderless cable. If you see in between there, all my cable was with soldered cables that I made myself, but this little area is too tight for pancake plugs or any other type of soldered ends. So we'll see. It shorted out on me when I first made it, kept on giving me grounding issues, and I had to remake it again, and so far it's working, but I'm gonna see if I can find a better solution or the best solderless cable. So yeah, from the BP to the Julia into the Spectre, and then it goes into the Capistan, same old Capistan. I actually got a fave switch for it, which is why the Memory Lane Jr. got booted off. On the phase switch I have saved a more ambient setting, just longer repeats. I set the tape age to be more darker, and yeah, just the overall mix is just higher and everything. And then the preset, regular preset on the Capistan is set for like dotted eighths and just more rhythmic stuff. So currently I have it going stereo out into the next pedal, which is a slate. I'm scheming right now into adding another output on the side of the board so I can run stereo. Yeah, that's my plan for this year. I want to run stereo, so I'm just looking for an amp to pair with my Milkman and see if I like it or not. So yeah, from the Capistan into the slate, which of course has the EXP controller. And that goes out, and then the last pedal on my chain is the Ditto looper. So let's get into some sounds. Gonna set it right here. Hopefully this captures everything. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that I have reverb always on in my amp, but it's set super lightly, and I have the tremolo. Can't see it because of the barefoot button, but I have the tremolo there. I'll activate it so you can hear it. I have it set for a more choppy mix, helicoptery mix type sound. Hopefully this doesn't fall. There you go. So that's my clean sound without anything on. Click on the compressor, which stays on most of the whole time. The Lightspeed stays on most of the time. Just set it very, minimal. Twist the gain back. Try to keep it at unity gain. So it's just adding slight grit. And then for my rhythm tones, I stack it with the Scarlet Love, and it gives it a nice crunch with the 2 screamer circuit. Super lead, stuff, I stack it with all 3 of them with the feather drive and the plexi circuit. Turn that off. So the way I use the Nano Pog is for like synthy lead stuff. So this weekend I played a song by Hillsong, Young and Free, called Your Love Goes On, and I use the first preset is set for a more higher octave type sound, and then the second one is just to kind of emulate a bass, so it's just more sub octave rolled up and then turn back to high octaves. So for that song I have also the cap and a little bit of reverb, so it would sound like this. So that is how it would sound, and of course I'll show you with a little bit of the bass. Turn that off. So you can hear that it has a little bit more bass, but I still maintain a little bit of the octaves, the higher octave, just so that it cuts through the mix. Turn that off. So the next pedal is into the Julia, and I have this set for more of a Leslie sound, more of a warble. Next is the Spectre, and if you know the Spectre, it's a flanger pedal. and that's exactly how I have it set up. I know you can coax out some chorus and vibrato functions, but you know, that's why I have the Julia for, and I really like the flanger sounds that the Spectre has. This is how it sounds with some gain. So I really love that flangery sound, and you know, kick it some more high gain stuff. You can do, you know, some metal stuff. So yeah, love that sound. Love the, you know, people say that it sounds like a jet engine, and I really love that sound. So then you got the cap, and of course I have it just set for, you know, for dotted eighth stuff. That's how this sounds. Some rhythm stuff. Then you got the washy stuff saved on the fave switch. Of course, good for swells. That's that, and I usually stack that with the Neunaber, and I'll get into the Neunaber. I'll take off the fave switch. I'll take off the cap, and I'll leave the Lightspeed in the compound. Okay, so the first preset on the Neunaber, I have it for Stereo Wet, and I just recently I updated all the effects, because the last effect that I had on there, the last bank I mean, I had the chorus, so I had to take that out because of course I have the Julia. So the Stereo Wet, I usually have the first preset, the yellow preset, I have it set for more of hold back, you know, just lighter, you know, smaller room type setting. And then of course the purple, I have it set, the purple preset I have it set for more bigger room, you know, reverb. And that's how I usually set all the other banks. The first preset is always light, and then, you know, the second preset is heavy and higher mix for all the other banks. So so you can hear the Stereo Wet as the first bank. Then you have the second bank. I have it set for almost oscillation, like the depth is right almost at the borderline where it will just hold on forever. I mean, that's cool and all, but I don't need it to hold on forever, so this is close enough, and you know, it's great. Okay, second bank is gonna be, I just added this is my first time using it, so this bank is gonna be always changing. This is the studio plate that Neunaber offers, and this is how it sounds when it's not at a lower setting. Higher setting. And if you hear it, just almost sounds like it's gonna go on forever, but it doesn't. Okay, so the third bank, I have the shimmer, and you know, everybody knows shimmer. Of course, the first preset is lighter. That's how it sounds. Second preset. And the second preset is just, I have the reverb because it mixes in reverb and shimmer. So the shimmer setting is almost set to max. And the depth for the reverb is set basically, like I said, almost where it sustains forever, but it doesn't. Okay, so the last preset I have is the hold function, and it's the same thing. Hold function with reverb. So it's gonna be hard sitting down, but I'll do it. So basically, all it does is you play a note, and it will just hold it. The last 0.2 seconds of the note that you just played, and it has reverb along with it. So you know, you can have some reverb along when you have recorded that. Turn that down, and you know, this reverb is just more, of course, it's just a lot more deeper. It'll just hold that. And of course, you can mix in, if you don't want the high depth of the second preset, you can just set it lower, so it just doesn't sound crazy. But yeah, go back, stereo wet, and yeah, that is my pedal board. I finally mounted the Strymon's. I couldn't find brackets. Maybe I was just lazy, didn't want to go looking, but I ended up velcroing it onto the board, and yeah, it works. It kind of moves a little bit. You know how Velcro works, it shifts ever so slightly, but it's holding on to it. I'm using industrial strength Velcro, and like I said, I put tape underneath the Strymon power supplies so it wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't have to put the adhesive onto the Strymons, and I could just peel it off along with the tape that I put underneath. And yeah, that's how I use my board. Oh yeah, before I forget, just so you guys can hear the tremolo on the Milkman, it's very lush. Turn the reverb off. Just so you can hear them all stacked. Yeah, that gets some crazy swell sounds and stuff. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to record, you know, better sound clip than this, but just to give you guys an illustration on my board. Thanks for watching.